What am I doing? Literally all the songs in a Friday Night Funkin' are great. I have no idea how I'm gonna rank them all when I like every song, but I'll give it a shot regardless. I've decided to not include the unused tracks for simplicity's sake, so Give It a Little Bit Back or Monster as an example. With that said and spoken, let's get her ranked. 21. Breakfast, pause menu. Even though this is at the bottom of our list, it's not bad in the slightest. I mean, it's the pause menu for crying out loud. It didn't stand much of a chance to begin with. If there were a way to put this on an elevator for music, I would stand in this elevator for at least an hour, if not longer. It's got this fruity vibe to it. The melody is played on either a marimba or something similar in nature. 20. Coco. The song itself doesn't have much of a Christmas feel to it, but the background definitely does, with lights covering the boombox and Santa Claus being held hostage, as he is every year. The motif is really lively, but the backdrop beats are much more lax in nature. It's surprisingly one of the more forgettable songs, and this is in a game where every song is easily stuck in your head. 19. Senpai. Week 6 took a really drastic turn with the art direction and pixelated everything, even the arrows themselves. Senpai is going after girlfriend, and while he definitely has some nice looks, he can't beat boyfriend's rapping skills. The song itself has a more calm approach to it, almost as if boyfriend and senpai are confessing their love to girlfriend at the same time. The lore is probably my favorite part of the song, which, don't get me wrong, it's really catchy. I just don't think it lives up to everything else in a musical sense. 18. Winter Horrorland.
Your skin is freezing, and let me help you take it off.
That's right, real words in this one. The tempo for this song is fairly slow, and actually has a very Tim Burton sort of feel to it. However, the lyrics are pretty disturbing, with lines like, "Separate you from your eyes, turn your girlfriend inside out and burn her fingernails." Ugh. Even though the direction of this musical style is so different from everything else, it still fits perfectly with the game. Its edginess resides with the other musical pieces. 17. Spookeez. Week 2's big hook is the introduction to Skid and Pump, which, funny enough, are characters that originate from Sir Palo's Halloween-themed videos. What's even cooler is the voices for Skid and Pump are voiced by Sir Palo himself. The music has more of a horror tone to them, which is a nice change of pace, but at the same time, I feel like it doesn't fit as well with the punk-esque sound of everything else. 16. Game Over. A lot of Game Over songs have this really grim and depressing atmosphere to them, which makes sense considering the context of experiencing failure. But Friday Night Funkin' takes an entirely different approach, as the Game Over music is very chill and relaxing. It has this weird healing energy to it, like you haven't really failed, but are just recovering from a road bump. It kind of reminds me of Meili's All-Star Rest music. 15. Philly Nice. Or just Philly as it's displayed in-game. This one features Pico, a character from Pico's school which originates from Newgrounds. It's actually a pretty sweet collaboration considering how much Friday Night Funkin' fits in with Newgrounds. The beat has a really groovy yet mystical undertone to it. Pico almost sounds blunt when he's spitting beats. You can even hear it affect Boyfriend as he doesn't sound as high-pitched as usual. 14. Tutorial.
Left, right, left, right.
That's how you do it. Including the tutorial feels so weird, and it's bizarre how high on the list it is, but my god, it sends such a massive rush of warmth and comfort. Girlfriend is walking you through the whole process, listing off what arrow keys are coming up, indicating that she's supporting you and wants you to succeed in the upcoming rap battles. It's so wholesome and gets you in the mood to continue playing. I wish more games were this tasteful with tutorials. 13. Bopeebo. The first real song you'll play. This one has a really interesting characteristic to it. It almost feels like the dad is helping the boyfriend learn how to rap, considering they both go with the same notes for the whole duration. The song is nice and slow going, which is a great introduction. It's almost a little too simple, but the boyfriend throws up the peace sign after his motif, so that makes everything better. 12. Fresh. The dad's beatboxing at the start really is quite fresh. You even end the song with some beatboxing. Like the rest of week 1, it really feels like the dad is just helping boyfriend out with learning, which is hilarious when he's supposed to be the antagonist. This piece has a very chill vibe to it. It's the perfect stepping stone from Bopeebo and Dad Battle. 11. Roses. So Senpai's a bit angry. He wants to rip off my nuts after girlfriend gargles on his. Like, for real, that's just up. Dude needs to chill out. This song strangely sounds like it comes out of the 80s. It has this synthwave structure with a backing track. It slowly gets more and more intense as Senpai gets angrier and angrier. It's pretty incredible how the music manages to tell a story in this manner. 10. Thorns. That is one spooky spirit. You gotta love how boyfriend and girlfriend are completely unfazed and are still up to having a rap battle. The song has a darker yet faster tone to it, almost like it was ripped out of a boss fight from an RPG or something, which I suppose is appropriate since it's the final song in week 6. When the drums kick in, it picks up everything and adds a fun degree of intensity. 9. Satin Panties. The name alone deserves an award. We're literally rapping on top of a limo. That alone is pretty badass too, and the same goes for the song. I absolutely love the harmonies around the middle. You feel so connected with Mommy Mirrors. It's almost like you're trying to work things out with her, but it's just gotten past the point of anything working. 8. High. Similar to Satin Panties, the mom is a bit harder to play. Something else to mention is how much she'll rap with boyfriend. It's really neat to see them interconnect. There's something that's just really pleasing about it. The song sounds like it would fit with some sort of montage scene in a movie, where a character is building themselves up to be stronger and stronger. 7. Eggnog. Christmas charm really kicks in with the bells, and it's an exceptionally good time. It's interesting to note how the mom plays the harder parts while the dad plays easier, which aligns with the other songs they're featured in. The rapping is especially quick in Eggnog, with the instrumentals at a slower pace. It's pretty cool that the sound effects manage to sound just adorable enough to not be annoying. 6. Blammed. Like Eggnog, this one has a good amount of build-up at the beginning. Pico has a more menacing tone in this one, which makes the entire piece feel a bit edgier. You can even hear boyfriend struggling to keep up as his voice is more faded than normal. 5. Gettin' Freaky, main menu. First impressions are extremely important, and that's especially so for video games. Immediately upon booting up the game, you'll be head bopping within mere seconds. You get a good idea of what you're up for, getting freaky on a Friday night, rooting for Mango, smooth drums and bass, and a hell of a good time. I wasn't sure why people were so into Friday Night Funkin' at first, but now I understand as soon as the game booted up. 4. Pico. Pico is straight up dirty in this one. It sounds like he really means business with boyfriend and isn't messing around. Something really cool about this song is there's a leitmotif based on the Endless Handbag, otherwise known as the Newgrounds theme song. By far one of the funkiest songs in the game. 3. South. I just have to throw out that it's so funny how Boyfriend gets scared of the thunder, yet rapping with demons isn't a problem with him. The beginning of this piece encourages a strong buildup, which comes at you fast and hard. Skid and Pico work really well together for this song, and I honestly don't know how to describe it. I think the haunting aura at the beginning is what gets me. It's incredibly fun to listen to and play. 2. Dad Battle. It was really hard to pick a favorite, but I had to go with Dad Battle as a strong second. It kicks off strong with some frantic percussion, and the rapping begins shortly after that. Boyfriend and Daddy Dearest work really well together. The part with them harmonizing is just so fun to listen to. It has a very distinct and punk sound to it. Most of the songs have this flair, but it's especially apparent and powerful in this piece. It feels like an actual battle is going down, and you can feel both sides through their tone of voice. 1. M.I.L.F. I was reading through some comments on this song, and Donut really puts it best. This is the megalovania of Friday Night Funkin'. It's 2 minutes long, but the time flies by so fast that it feels like 10 seconds. It's got everything: a funky melody, lots of fast rapping, and a juicy percussion to keep the beat rolling. It's by far one of the most replayable and hardest bass songs in the game. You just can't go wrong. I gotta say, I am really excited to see what Week 7 as well as the future weeks hold for Friday Night Funkin'. This game has so much charm and love put into it. I highly recommend checking it out for yourself. There's a link to play it for free in the description. But with all that said, thank you a ton for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.